This is our CNC milling machine that we use in our CNC classes. What we need is a user operator manual so somebody could come in on their own, by themselves, operate the machine, and have a guide sheet to follow them through. A little bit about the machine. As you can see in the label, this is a Haas Mini Mill, is the brand name. It's a widely used industrial standard machine. What it's used for would be starting out with a solid block of aluminum, say for instance, and cutting this part with the cutter going around the outside and drilling the holes. Here's one part we do. Here being another part that we've done in the lab. And not only can we do it that way, but also a 3D contour type shape part. All right. The major parts of the machine, we got the operator panel. We'll get into this later on, what all the keys are for and the screen displays are for. Here we have the work area of the machine. Up in here where the tool's mounted, this is called a spindle assembly. This will be rotating when we're cutting. This is the table. Here's the vise. This is what we use to put the part in, clamp it in place, or whatever. So for a user operator, those would be the major pieces of it. The other big item is the safety door. Now I will tell you that on this machine we do not have it. On the machine behind me is a whole series of warning cautions you want to pay special attention to. These things operate at, the spindle's turning 2,000, 3,000 RPM, very high speed, tables moving rapidly, as there are safety risks involved, and you want to pay special notion on the setup to the safety guidelines. Okay? To operate the machine.
Let me interrupt you for just a second. Does everybody have to wear safety glasses?
Yes, safety glasses are required.
That would be a requirement. What
Yes.
else as far as attire? Is that the main thing?
For the operator, safety glasses would be the main thing. To wear safety glasses and not wear gloves. Because gloves can get caught in the machine, the cutters or whatever, and present a personal injury.
Okay.
That would be the major ones.
So you would consider that a danger?
Yes. Yes. Okay. To operate the machine, the first operation we do is hit the power on button. There's a little green button up here in the corner. And then go ahead and push it. And now it's going to go through some self-diagnostics and just kind of wait. All right, now you come up to the screen, this screen here, which says the servos are off. One thing you want to be sure is the emergency stop button is released. Just twist. So you want to make sure it's released. This one here says the servos are off. Declare this alarm. Hit the reset button. Close the door. And hit power up restart. The machine went through a self-check, what's called homing. And unfortunately I was at the home position so we didn't get to see much. But the machine ends up with the spindle all the way up, the table all the way to the left, and the table all the way out toward you as an operator.
And that's considered the home position?
The home position of the machine.
H-O-M-E.
H-O-M-E. The
Now,
home
at
position.
the beginning you talked about a servo. Is that what you said, or did you say server?
Servo. The servos are what's called the drive motors. That's what's actually moving the table back and forth and the spindle up and down. It's what's called the servo. Servos.
And the emergency stop, it pops out?
Yes. Well, let me show you. If I push it in, the machine dies, I get the flashing red alarm, the whole bit. To release it, just turn it, and it'll pop out itself.
You're turning it clockwise.
Clockwise, and it'll pop out. And there's arrows on to show which direction to turn it.
That's a pretty important thing, because if there's some kind of an emergency, that would be the first thing that you would go for, right?
That's right.
The red
That's right.
E-stop button. Is that an emergency stop button, E-stop?
Yes,
Okay.
emergency stop. I tell my students this is the oh my God button. If something happens and you're just like, I need to stop in a hurry, I need to do something, I don't know what to do, smack that. And I'll shut the machine off. That's the first line of safety for you. There's other things we can do slowly, more gradually, but if things are happening fast and we don't know what to do, hit this. Okay?